So yesterday we had pretty much a big nothing burger from Jerome Powell. In effect, he said they're going to continue with quantitative tightening. Not exactly the bull news we were looking for. We wanted him to say we're going to stop quantitative tightening, start quantitative easing. That's just sometimes what you get. And I would say this. In Trump's speech the other day, he mentioned the Bitcoin reserve dominating crypto space, stablecoin legislation, but there was no mention of zero capital gains tax, and Bitcoin still dipped. So we're going to take a look at NASDAQ, Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and kind of what we are, what looks like a bit of a bull trap. Following up on the last video here, we did say we're going to get a backfill off this candle, and well, we kept on filling as people were buying into the rally. And what I suspected yesterday, I should have made a video yesterday. I didn't have time, but exactly what I told my son here is, look, this pump is a bit of a fake out. A fake out before a bit more of a dump. Bitcoin tagged all the liquidity up here up to these highs and has now reversed. And we can see that from this high to low, we just came up to the 618 and rejected. Now, if we lose the 382, if we see something like this, which is dipping below 83, making another lower high, I would expect a run at the lows at 77,000. Just take all the liquidity out. Got everybody really bullish yesterday. A lot of the altcoins pumped. And I don't think it's enough positive news to turn this momentum around. You can see the rallies are quite weak and losing the Y200 simple. Now, as we're having a big red day today, you could get another green day with some follow through tomorrow. Perhaps there's some good economic news on a Friday. But I don't see any kind of catalyst at the moment here that's really going to send price soaring. You can see the fear and greed index is now to 49, so everybody got bullish yesterday. You can see that today jobless claims came in slightly lower than expected. Okay, good for inflation. You can see existing home sales, though, came out higher than the expectation, way higher. Existing home sales, for the month of February, much, much higher. And so overall, just kind of a nothing burger from Jerome Powell. Didn't say anything we wanted to hear, like we're cutting rates or there's a path towards cutting rates. He just said we're going to be dependent upon the economic data and, said basically we're going to wait and see before we do anything, which is pretty much what he always says. So, just looking at this in the context of what a bull trap is, well, the trap happens when you come up to the 618 and you reject, you close back below the 382, which is coming in at about 83,000. Let's check in on the daily momentum, which is now crossed up. We'll cross down today below 81.4. Let's see, the 2-day momentum has now just officially crossed up. So again, there is a potential for that rally up into about 89.2, right into that silver cross on the 2-day. I do think, just like all the other time frames have tested the white 200 simple, well, the next test down to the white 200 simple, probably going to be a bounce at 74, a bounce along the way. To be fair, the bounce, could have a little bit more juice. Again, as long as Bitcoin's trading below that pivot about 96,300, I'm going to remain with some downside biases. And then just short term, again, we don't want to lose that Y200 simple on Bitcoin on the hourly time frame. I do want to check in on Solana, which has already lost the Y200 simple. Had a nice rally over the past 2 days, but that rally is getting faded. We are coming into our golden pocket. Let's see, from the high to the low, golden pocket hit. So if we lose this area on Solana, I do believe, again, most likely going to revisit the lows here down at 114. Cardano also had a big pump this morning and a miserable failure. To me, that looks like, you know, range. This is the top of the range. This is the bottom of the range. If we look at our fixed range of volume profile, you can see that we have now lost the point of control and losing this level at about 70 cents. Very likely beget some continuations to the downside. And again, you know, everybody's dancing the dance of fate around that white 200 simple. We don't want to lose that area. Pulling it out a little bit further. Yes, losing that major point of control today would not be good for Cardano. I think we're going to revisit $2 on XRP. As much as I want to stay bullish on this one, looks like an inverted head and shoulders to me. That wants to get completed. We got the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and you know, this very likely could have been the last major high for some time. Ethereum also looks, you know, if I had to call the most bullish out of all the assets, I'd say Ethereum probably the most bullish. Just kidding. But no, seriously, Ethereum has a chance, but you can see a lot of these candles, a lot of these candles like AVAX has already completely engulfed yesterday's price action. Doge has done the same thing. Popcat, let's see, Gala, just completely losing it. So with the way some of these altcoins are responding and how, you know, how much I know, just everybody got bullish yesterday and they thought, oh, you know, he said quantitative tightening. He said something bullish yesterday. You know, they're going to be wine. What did he say about QT? That they're still going to be tightening. They're still tightening and they're not cutting rates. That's what I took from it. And they're inflation dependent. To me, to be fair, Pepe looks like a decent short. Pepe looks like a decent short. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you want to take trades like this, we have our partner BloFin. They're offering 10% cash back right now on USDT deposits. So feel free to check them out in a link in the description below. A couple more I want to look at here is HBAR. Also rejecting the point of control, getting rejected back to the bottom side of this range is probably the name of the game here. Actually, I think a lot of these that are overheated like HBAR and like Cardano and like XRP, they've just got so much more to go to the downside. It might be time to get your short sniper rifle out. A lot of these coins did take out last week's high, including Bitcoin, which could get us a potential bounce in the short term. But again, all bets are off, as especially if momentum flips back to the downside on Bitcoin. If we see that daily moment, you know, this could just be a backfill of today's candle, and then we lift off to the moon. But we got low volatility there, weekly time frame. Volatility is just beginning to increase as the stochastic is going to remain down below 96,000. So as long as you see momentum to the downside on Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, again, 96,000. If we can close a weekly candle back above there, okay, hallelujah, new all-time highs. But I think the route of the most pain, which is most likely to happen, is further down. Further down. And just the way I was hearing other influencers out there talk about crypto and how this is the bounce time, this is the new time, blah, 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 blah. I was thinking to myself, okay, more pain to come. More pain to come. When you start to see those capitulation videos and everybody's giving up, throwing in the towel, well, that's probably when it's time to get your sniper long bought, your sniper rifle out for some longs. That and again, you know, looking at this from a golden pocket perspective here, you know, 72 to 62,000. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over. I hope you have yourself a blessed and highly favored day, and I will see you. One more short trade setup as it's staring me at the eyeball here on XRP, because this one just had such a massive pump yesterday. The XRP army will never die. They will never die. They will never die. But if we do lose this low again, I'm looking for a retrace to the bottom. This is an M formation, right? We got M. So, you know, does it take some time to play out? Maybe. Do we come back up one more time to 246? Could this be a bull flag? Yes. Giving us a target about 270, but I'm leaning towards a test down here first, and maybe even a test down to 221. If that area can hold, okay, maybe something different is happening. All right, that's it out of me today, guys. So how would I be looking to take this trade is the question. If we can get another bounce, right, if you're just seeing this, maybe by the time you see the video, I'd be looking at this position right here. Well, that's it, guys. Have yourself a blessed and highly favored day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Oh, I can't leave you like that. Here we go. We want to rally back up to the 618. There we go. That's perfect. That's perfect. And then we take it all the way down here. All right. Take care. See you in the next one.